Hello, it's me, and there's been a wagon update, and obviously lots of other things, but this is a Sunburst wagon, which, funnily enough, the wagon config is the new default. This isn't the default one, but people have been wanting a Sunburst update for quite a while, and they really like the Sunburst. The wagon, if we pretend that Hirochi is Subaru, then I don't think the wagon's very pretty, but I always like having a wagon, so I said it's a wagon update. But I don't think it looks very good for what it could look like, but it doesn't really have to, and it also probably doesn't help that I have this, or it's actually like fake, this isn't even like plastic cladding, like ugly plastic cladding, it's fake ugly plastic cladding, which is probably mostly better. However, it's still, it's sort of like what the Tograk is for the Divorce, sort of a slightly off-road version, but this one's massive crossover. It's just one of those it's like the ECK 800 series XT, I guess. Obviously a wagon, and there was a sedan variant of this. There's been lots of configs added for the Sunburst. Also, this map is quite bumpy, so can you see me bumping around? Yeah, that's it. And I have done a little loop here. So I could probably go up here. Let's go carefully. Let's go carefully. And look at this. And it does very much seem to crash differently. And I'm not sure it's just me, but the back seems to be a bit funky and crash. Not funky, wrong word, but like, it just doesn't seem like what I would normally expect it to be. Also, my audio may be being a bit weird. Might be due to the fire stuff. Yeah, I think it was. Maybe not, actually. But yeah, the back seems to be, it doesn't seem like what I would have thought it would look like, but it might actually be because the broken glass text is a bit funny. Like, also, it does have procedural sort of lights and stuff like that, but not for like brake lights or headlights. Like, I think the headlights were procedural, actually. Yeah, like those ones. But the hazard lights are like all of them, which does seem to be a thing. Like all the mods have them. But it's a bit weird. I think that some of like that isn't, but the headlights and stuff. But I guess it's just a type of light. I mean, this isn't like the newest car, but it's not too old. And this is the interior. It says plenty of room for activities in the description, because, yeah, look at wagon. I just prefer wagons personally. Let's continue on up here. Yeah, pretend that Hirochi is Subaru, because, I don't know, it just seems like it somewhat is. I may be going against the arrows. Oh well. Well, anyway, I have only one post-it note today, but that's because it's a large post-it note. Funnily enough, I did not make that. So, the Sunburst also has an F4, so flat 4 drivetrain by default instead of an inline 4. In fact, it's also swapped from a transverse to longitudinal as well. Actually, I'm going to take this out and you can see a deformation on the wagon bit there. And there's lots of configs, like I said, and it's general improvements, of course, because it's a revamp. There's been lots of rally stuff added generally. And speaking of, got this, which, funnily enough, there's a list of vehicles that have had rally improvements. This wasn't on the list, but it was added newly. And this is like the Canyon Drift, or Drift. Yeah, this is like the Rally King. Like the Canyon Drift, I think was added last update, or maybe the update before. I don't drive the Miramar much, so I thought it's quite rally, so I'll drive it. And nice mud flat, for moving around. Add this tractor size on. I'm not going to be very good at driving this because it has more power than this car should have. Probably not very good tyres, and I'm a bad driver, especially with issues like this. Yeah, the rally stuff is configs and props, and also some stuff to do with the rally pace note stuff that we will get to later. So, I'll just put my post-it note closer to me. It's not on my keyboard now. Probably going to cause a problem. Yeah, I will give you sort of probably all the stuff that stood out to me, unless I'm missing stuff. You know, it should be fine. So the Moonhawk has been improved quite a bit as well. The Burnside got the same procedural lights I was talking about in the Sunburst earlier that came in the Brooklyn lineup, right? There is the Burnside also got a big block like some of the other older cars that are similar, like the Blue Book and stuff. The 800 series and the Sunburst 2 got quite a few police liveries, but not all of them are used on default config, so that means you have to mod on. Photos even. Oh yeah, the release notes I thought were actually quite good because each on the devlog one, so that's not the highlight. That one even had photos on, which I thought was quite good to be honest. It did help, even though they weren't loading. Because I will be honest, this was a bit late because I didn't see that the update happened like 10:30 at night, and then the day that I'm recording this, my internet's down, so the video's probably going to be out quite late. Anyway, there's also a reef crusher pot, but it's not the large crusher, which does have like a just vertical setting. It's a different sort of type of reef crusher. That's a completely new pot. The halogen light bar is better. Also, how am I on here? Why even is this? Anyway, the halogen light bar is better. I probably need to concentrate on this because I'm going to do a lot as I try and read. So, it's not doing too bad, but it's not the plate. Come on. These, quite a few maps of this problem. This is all stuff from grid maps. Quite a few old maps of this problem. I didn't expect that bush track expedition, but you know, oh gosh, breaking stuff. Please, no. Apparently my car is not allowed to come out of here. There's quite a lot of damage from that. Oh, thankfully it's right-hand drive. Co-driving not fine, but the suspension is matching the J-beams better because apparently before, like the suspension meshes and the J-beams, that's quite loud. The suspension meshes and the J-beams and stuff are quite different. But now they're like sort of more aligned. That also means it's better in crashes, which I think I do agree with. Because sometimes it was a bit rubbish in crashes. Suspension test. That's part of it. The function? A little bit. Oh, that's a fuel tank. That's not good. I had to fix my camera in this update as well because it changed a lot and I didn't like it because it was a pitch setting at speed that I didn't like because it was just really throwing me off and I did not like it, so I actually just turned it off completely, I think, because it was that bad. And also, look at all this is, I'd say they're fog lights because it's under the fog lights button. The mirror now got some other stuff like those black bits are actually technically new, but that's just that you can remove them if you want. Front-wheel drive vehicle transaxles have been improved to simulate Oh gosh, not looking where I'm going. It's why you need to pay attention when you're driving. Front-wheel drive transaxles have been changed to simulate the effect of half-shaft angles on the torque reaction, which was on the Pessima, but it's on more vehicles now. And also, stuff has been improved so it's more consistent, like stuff is consistently referred to as asphalt instead of being referred to as asphalt and tarmac. And also, colourable no longer has any using, which is sad because I'm British, so of course I'd say it needs using, but it's at least consistently colourable without a U. So yeah, and there's one other thing that's made a bit more consistent. Okay then. Every vehicle has collidable interiors now, and steering column deformation's a bit better. I'm not sure I like this big post-it note because it was a bit easier. And there's a customizable tow hitch for the hopper and the Sunburst, which I will show you in a minute, but I have some other things I can show you at the same time actually. And obviously they'll be added to more, and obviously it'll be added to more vehicles later. So if it's even a road, I could go through two roads. West Coast USA has got more updates again. I think they just like updating it. Partly because it's a Korean open. I don't think quite cool that is. Little like garage entry for that. The drag strip was also improved, and sort of the drivability of getting around the racetracks has been improved. Like there was a road that was added underneath on some of the tracks so you can get around it better, which I think is good, because I like roads. It's supposed to be a racetrack. This is quite high pitched, isn't it? And a lot of collisions in the city were fixed, which was always good. The Rotary Raceway has got a drag strip, which probably just makes sense because it is a sort of racing institute. This is not sort of down to driving. Oh god. Fall off a bridge. Let's try and that's a good drive. I can just about. Oh, there's a gap there. I think that's supposed to be there, but you're not gonna make it up here, are you? You're doing it. Well done, You've beaten my expectations. Well done. And for that, I'm going to throw you. Oh gosh, these trees are lagging. Well, there's some particles in there. Particles are be lagging for me. I don't know what's wrong with the trees, but they're lagging. So now, I'll go back to here actually, and say that there's a lot of static rally-themed objects, not the props that I was mentioning earlier, but static stuff. A lot of that was added. And this is one thing I was mentioning earlier, the co-driver stuff now has a voice, with currently 2 English voices. And scenario sort of the sorting was, they fixed the difficulty order, and then they fixed it so that you can order them by difficulty, because apparently ordering them by difficulty wasn't working. On drag races, the AI reaction time is more random. And the detection on like the stage detection, which is I think whether you're at the start line, is now based on all 4 wheels, which I presume changes based on the length of your vehicle, of course. And also, yeah, very much paying attention. It's fine. think my vehicle's actually pulling to the left of it now, but the drag stuff was updated so that you can have more than two lanes of drag strip, because instead of referring to stuff as left and right, it refers to them as numbers. There's more drift zones. Go up here. The part selector has been fixed. Oh, I've gone a different way to wanted. And so I can show you. Also, one problem I do have is the radial menu's there now. I'll come back to that in a minute, but when I open this, it lags, as you can see, probably because of that number of mods. So, whereas it used to open the radial menu by default. So you can see that it stayed open, because I opened this earlier and it stayed open because it can do that now. This is a toe which I was talking about earlier. I can't be bothered putting it on. In fact, now I will, because apparently it's there's some other stuff. What is it? Vehicle loading time is being reduced by using CDAE files and cached stuff, and compression of large files to make stuff load quicker. And also this means that like this menu works quicker when you're going between stuff. So this is, I presume, the customizable kits, which I think is quite good because it means that you can work with different levels of height of car and trailer. It's nice. But I'm going to take it off now. And yeah, that happened. So the radial menu only shows sort of actions that it can do on the current vehicle. Like, it doesn't show stuff that it can't do, so these are all stuff. Well, I say that. It says it can do a light bar, but it isn't exactly a light bar. But yeah, like here on like on my default vehicle, for instance, my Hopper, it has like locking differentials and stuff. But this car doesn't have any of that, so it's not on here. So this is all the stuff here in the radial menu, which it does say press E to get into, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Well, for me, that's the default one, the keyboard. And I'm fine with the stuff staying open in the parts. Like, sometimes it was nice to have it closed when you open loads of stuff and you didn't want it open. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it doesn't save between opening and closing the game. But they also fixed the search, because this is one thing I did complain about. The search, like, wasn't, like, if you searched the name of a part, but the part was in, like, the fittable slot, not the name of the slot, then it wouldn't show. But I tested it, I'm pretty sure they fixed that. Number not WR, what sort of notice that? No, not word is probably what I meant, but oh no, that was for a different thing. That was left / right, L / R. Never mind. And then career mode has 4 core packs now that have changed a bit. And also in career mode there's skidder going on that corner again. There's a PI, so performance index classes for making stuff more fair. Currently only career mode though. Oh, also the underside is green, which I very much don't think it would normally be. This is what I mean by the reef. I feel like the reef is a bit weaker, but I do think I missed actually. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, because I didn't write it down because I didn't think it was that important, but the Pigeon had its roof strength recalibrated with that new roof crash device, and so did some simplified traffic vehicles actually. And apparently more vehicles are following suit with having their roofs sort of fixed and improved a bit. Oh, that's nice. Just want to break that quickly. Yeah. Where was that? There's anti-lag turbo stuff because that's sort of a rally thing, and this was a bit of a rally update. And this car is actually CVT, and the CVT has completely new logic. And it's a bit like real life where CVT actually has better performance, but people don't like it as much. Which is a bit weird if you think about it, but oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no, I've broken my windscreen. Oh, come on, really? Really? Anyway. And also this vehicle, if you've set, like, the default mode is comfort, but it actually has two-step active, which I thought was a little bit weird. Most vehicles default modes is comfort, unless it's a particularly sport vehicle or it's like a custom configuration. Let's go a bit quicker, hopefully not get caught on anything. There we go. But most comfort configurations don't have two-step active. I've never used two-step, but I've gone too far now. Oh gosh, I'm making a mess at this corner. And at least I'm not falling off this time, but oh my gosh, I had a slight lag and it's gone badly. Don't ask how long I'm going to spend up here. I'm just going to spend all day going around here, getting my vehicle caught and stuff a little bit, and probably just to fall off in a minute anyway. Why did I stop? I paused the game even, because I was reading this. The driving dynamics and stuff is. Oh wait, no. So dynamic driving stuff is stuff like, I think it's sort of like active differentials and stuff, or some sort of similar stuff to that. That's been improved. No, I literally said that was going to happen today. I actually said that was going to happen. I mean, at least I predicted it. Launch? Oh yeah. Like when you're launching the game and it comes up with that menu, the tools for it have been improved. Both the function of the tools and the usability of them, like the usability of the user interface. And sounds are currently being rebalanced apparently, so powertrain volumes are being rebalanced. Let's take this with them. Oh gosh, I've already destroyed it and I've not even got to them. Gosh, I have actually. Oh, well done, you jumped quite well. I got a telescope like that, we can look at it. So I'll take you out the water. Oh, you're already out the water with this not a wave. But anyway, replays no longer crash when corrupted or empty, or a bug that was causing that to happen at least sometimes was fixed. I'm not sure if, I know that replays used to always crash when they're empty, I think, but I'm not sure if it was they just sometimes did or they fixed it at some point. I can't quite remember. And there's also new UI for the replay stuff. This is so moving. Oh, it is actually, yeah. I've already said that. Traffic, traffic vehicles, well, AI traffic paths, etc., have been improved generally. Like, well, actually not the traffic paths, but the way it drives. And the AI can sort of pay attention to the road curvature a bit now, which, because previously they did some sort of aggressive driving, because on a road like this even, where it's got well, yeah, the wheels could lose contact with the floor, and yeah, that made them drive a bit sort of seemingly aggressive and not very well. And probably they were crashing a lot when they were doing that as well, because they crash a lot. They could crash quite well even when all their wheels are on the floor, to be honest. I mean, which isn't always their fault, but still. There's also another very cool thing I was going to mention at the start, but I forgot, is the vehicle architect. This video is dragging on. You can like and subscribe if you want. And also, I've made another video in this playlist that will be in the top right about now. There you go. I've done two things now. So yeah, as a building architect, so you can sort of make buildings with. I think it's sort of you can combine some of the buildings that are already in the game and combine roofs and take off roofs and do stuff like that. That sort of stuff. Which is, you know, really good actually. It sounded like I was going to say something not exciting there, but no, I think it's actually really cool. It probably will be very useful. The, the biome tool can do fields better, like good fields. That are like somewhat quite realistic to sort of the way that crops and whatnot is distributed within the field. And then it can also do some stuff with edges. And quote unquote support beams on official vehicles, some other words, and then correct cluster behavior, which will be vital for future gameplay. So something to do with clusters of support beams is going to be vital for future gameplay. Maybe it's going to be something to do with like vehicles getting scratches, or like, you know how if you do that to a vehicle, you just see that like the metal is still there, it's not ripped or anything, like stuff has come off the vehicle, but it's not ripped. Or so maybe it's something to do with that. Maybe I'll predict right, because I did predict about somewhat right with the Korea stuff a while ago, which will also be in the top right. There we go, second one. If you, oh, that also is, oh yeah. Because the Korea stuff, I said something about Korea, and then like a while later, some stuff was happening, and not necessarily all of what I said, but some stuff was similar to what I said about it. Yeah, that was about support beam breakthrough, and JBeam node transformation features, like new features, and there's wheel stuff to do with, oh yeah, some stuff to do with wheels, like when in the tuning menu, or when you're tuning them generally or something. It's to do with the plane the vehicle's on, not to do with the vehicle itself, which probably fixes some things with like weird vehicle settings and stuff. And one of the things near the end of the chain log I thought was quite funny. I can't quite remember what it was, but I just wrote clean the wheel chaos in the future, which I didn't understand for a bit, and this isn't to do with the wheel thing I was just talking about, it's a different thing. But I eventually realised I think it's because, like, when you look at the parts menu at all the wheels, there is quite a lot. Well, I think it's like you can have something like multiple things equipped in the same slot or something, which I have actually seen as a glitch before, I think, but... And then also the sort of normal Lua stuff, and probably loads of bug fixes. Like, I swear, like after I played the game for the first update for about half an hour, when I reopened the game, there was like like did some like downloading before, so maybe it's a little patch or something. I've not seen a patch date for it, but then again, like I said, my internet isn't working currently. But anyway, the Lewis stuff was like a crash detection thing, which I did see something about crash detection earlier, and like it can now turn off the, what's it called, cruise control and some of the other stuff, which is obviously right, because in real life, if you had cruise control on and you crashed it, it should, hopefully, you'd hope, turn the cruise control off. And then there's also some Lewis stuff to do with braking beam changes. Yeah. So I'm at half an hour exactly, which is very much longer than I wanted, but you know, I've probably got through my list and not forgotten too much. So I am probably going to go now. So, I didn't even mean to crash there, not gonna lie. Because I would, you know, I'll drive my vehicle for a little bit more. It'll be fine. My video's already long enough and sort of slightly confusing. Like, I've obviously not made one of these for a little bit. And also, yeah, I just sort of felt like making an update video sort of because I could currently. Yeah, I feel like I've been a bit slow in talking, like literally, just not good at talking. I'm not, it might, like I said, it might be to do with having the big post-it note, like I've actually just, I can't find where I was on the post-it note. Just having multiple post-it notes, I can put them to the side once I'm done. And the main good thing is it was just easier for me, like I said. And also, yeah, just look at the back of that. No. Okay then. Don't get stuck. Thanks. Ooh. I'm not sure I've actually paid attention to the reverse bits yet. I'm not gonna lie. I think this was actually, yeah, this is the USDM version of the Sunburst. It's dirt road. Can I have a dirt road? No? No, okay. Ooh, there's a ramp. No, I will avoid the ramp. I'm not gonna be. I just want to go to the dirt road. Sorry for passing this building. Oh gosh. Not just passing it, crashing into it apparently. Oh, it's a pumpkin. Look at it, a dirt road that I'm probably going to crash getting to. So yeah, driving by Sunburst, because the Sunburst obviously got some more rally stuff, like I said. So, yeah, got a nice Sunburst wagon now, and a general Sunburst update, along with many other things, because the updates are always good and have lots of stuff like that. So, yeah, goodbye.